Looks like the next individual on the agenda is Dan Wellings, Dougherty County Surveyor.
I'd like to thank the board for permission for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. I'm Dan Wellings. I'm the elected county surveyor. I also have my own private land surveying service in Dougherty County and the surrounding area. And the reason that I wanted to speak today was because of what I've been reading about the formation of a planning commission and a comprehensive plan for Dougherty County. As I read in the paper, I was somewhat concerned as the county surveyor and as a private surveyor and a landowner in Dougherty County as to just how this could affect us. I'll have to say I was very apprehensive at first. My only experience with a planning commission has been with the Harrison County Planning Commission as a land surveyor. And with the ordinances, particularly the subdivision and land use ordinances which they have in place. Found them to become very encumbersome, intrusive often upon the landowners and all on their rights. So as I read this, my first thing was a great concern for those rights. But I didn't feel that I was very educated on the subject, so I decided I was going to call around to the surrounding counties and talk to county officials in those counties and find out if they had a planning commission or if they had a comprehensive plan. So I got on the telephone and I called and found out that Barber, Calhoun, Gilmer, Pleasance, Ritchie, Tyler, and Wetzel do not have a planning commission, as of all the officials that I was able to talk to in those various counties, which included county clerks, county commission members, various officials as I was able to get a hold of them in those counties. So I asked them about their experiences with such a situation as we're getting ready to do here. The only surrounding county that I came up with that has a planning commission is Lewis County, of our neighbors. Harrison County quite naturally does have one. The I-79 corridor, Lewis, Marion, Harrison, Mon, they all have them in place. Obviously there's more development and more going on in those areas in northern Dougherty County. In Lewis County, I first called one of the members of the planning commission and told him that Dougherty County was thinking of forming a planning commission and a comprehensive plan. And the first three words out of his mouth were, why? And I explained to him that it was my understanding that this would help us to get some grants and to do some economic development for the county. And he proceeded to inform me that more or less the only reason that they had done it in Lewis County was because they had had issue with some strip clubs wanting to open up in some communities near churches, schools, whatever. They wanted an ordinance to prevent that. This was the only way that they could do an ordinance to prevent strip clubs and all. So that was the reason that they had adopted it. I talked to their county administrator, Carrie Wallace. She has over 10 years experience, first in Grant County and then now in Lewis County. And she was unaware of any grants that have been obtained as a result of having a planning commission or having this comprehensive plan in place in Lewis County. I have gotten a copy of the Lewis County comprehensive plan. I don't know if anyone else has looked at a copy of a comprehensive plan. If they haven't, I would encourage them to do so. I have one copy here which I'd be more than willing to share with you. But anyway, this was done, I think, in a similar fashion to how Mr. Connor was planning on doing it, through WVU law and the Extension Service. And they told me that it wasn't a fast process. It took them well over 2 years to get their comprehensive plan. And that they really had not seen any other use for it themselves other than creating this ordinance that they had. As I then thought, well, I need to know a little more about Chapter 8. So I read Chapter 8 from beginning to end. And I can see why they are pursuing a planning commission and a comprehensive plan. That's the first steps as laid out in Chapter 8. And Carrie Wallace with Lewis County did say that she had found it to be a very useful instrument in identifying the needs of Lewis County. And that primarily is what it appears, to be doing in this. Chapter 8 outlines out, and I'm sure that they're going to go over with you, just how this process works. Lewis County had 5 meetings with the public prior to coming up with their comprehensive plan to try to identify the needs of the county. And as I understand the state code, I think you have to have at least one, with the planning commission. And then when the planning commission comes up with their comprehensive plan, I believe there's supposed to be another meeting also with the public before it is brought to you guys for possible adoption or amendment, or I believe you can reject it. I may be mistaken. There's others that know more than I that are following. But at any rate, I could see, why Mr. Connor and the Planning Commission, the Economic Development Authority, were pursuing this route at this time. And, as I read down through Chapter 8, the beginning, 1, 2, 3, it talks about how to set up and do these things that he's talking about. Set up your planning commission, do your comprehensive plan, how to have your meetings, yeah. But as I go on down through, 4 through 5 has to do with subdivision ordinances, 6 security, 7 zoning, right on down the line. My biggest fear is that we are setting the foundation stone for something that on down the road could not be what we want. At this point, as we're going down the path here, it appears to me, with the comprehensive plan and the planning commission, everything looks pretty good. But you're going to come to forks in that road where people are going to want zoning, want other issues and all there. And I guess the reason I'm talking to the board today is to say, hey, the commission, I use the term loosely, I guess, is to say, hey, if you're not confident that you have all the information that you need to adopt this thing today, talk to some of your fellow commissioners around in the other counties. Gather a little more information. Look at a comprehensive plan. If this thing does take a couple of years to get in place, delaying the third reading by 2 weeks isn't going to have much impact on Mr. Connor's overall project here. I would just like to make sure that everybody feels that they are well informed and confident with the path that we are starting down in doing this process and all that. I would have to say that I was very, very well pleased when I saw Jesse Richardson's name on the agenda today. I have had the opportunity to hear Jesse in Extension Service meeting where he went over estate planning for farms and farmers and all, and was very impressed with him. My father and I have also used him personally. So I was very, very glad to see Jesse on board on this. I think you're A1 there. I just would like to caution the board to make sure that this is a direction that they want, or the commission, that this is a direction that they want to take the county in. Because, like I said, there are going to be forks on down, maybe 10 years down the road. I think you can settle this comp plan for 10 years before you have to revise it or something. I read somewhere. Upshur County has an old one that they haven't done nothing with. And Rusty Efall, commissioner there, told me that they were in the process of reevaluating it and trying to get, back into things with it. But one question, like I said, from the beginning, it's kind of been grants is the reason that we need this. I was hoping that perhaps Herb could, enlighten us here as to what grants we might be able to expect as a result of having a planning commission and a comprehensive plan, since that seems to be the reasoning for going this route. Thank you very much.
Thank you.